Yo, Wagwan. Just came back from the streets, with Duchesne's youngers, pushing their feet. No, I'm just playing. What's up? Sorry, too much Top Boy. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Episode 5. Welcome back to the Moody Vintage podcast, the House of Moody Vintage podcast. Wow. Has it been that long? Anyways, so this episode's a bit different, okay? Because what I usually do is I record earlier and it comes out, on Sundays, Sunday mornings, whatever. And this time was a bit different because I had to switch things up. I wanted to not only record it on the day of and release it on the day of. The problem with it was because I wanted to sort of cover everything that not only happened this weekend, but the weekend prior, right? So that's why it's a bit different. That's why there's a delay in today's episode. Usually it's already out for 3 hours. It's 3:25 right now. So yeah, it would have been out at noon, the usual Sunday scheduling. The video will still come out regular schedule, because right after I'm done with this, go into, editing and post-production and all that stuff. So the videos it's already going to be up as the regular scheduled program. But yeah, man, I just wanted to just talk about there is a lot to talk about, especially what happened over this weekend. It's still technically the weekend. So what happened this weekend, the weekend before that, a weekend before that was, spending quality time with my Cali fam. Again, it was just so surreal. I don't want to obviously not get into details or anything like that, but it was surreal in the sense that it felt like nothing had changed. Nothing had changed. And maybe because my relationship with certain individuals, back in Cali has gotten stronger in some ways, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. And I'm just grateful for every human being who has helped me and supported me, my day ones or whatever. And I've always felt blessed to have them around, to spend time with them. But, to see your Cali fam that you haven't seen in nearly 2 decades is a whole different experience. And it's so surreal. So sometimes it just doesn't sink in. And I think, we agreed upon that even after so many years. It didn't feel awkward. It felt surreal, yes, but it didn't feel awkward. It felt natural. We had just seen each other I don't know, a month ago or something. And we're getting back together and hanging out and, spending quality time. So Cali fam, I love you always, always, always. So thank you to just to meet up in Thailand of all places after so many years. It's just life's crazy, right? Life is wild, man. It's wild. Damn. Yeah, it's just surreal. And so that weekend was amazing. And it wasn't extraordinary or something that was spectacular, but it was just so beautiful because when I have those moments with those, with those type of people in my life who are so close to me, no matter where they are in the world, in whatever time zone, and, we spend quality time together, my heart always feels full. So, not only am I incredibly grateful for them and grateful for that, experience, I just feel full. I just feel, could life be better? Yes, sure. It's there's not much difference, on a daily basis when I'm going through when I'm working or dealing with, my workload and trying to balance, not being overexhausted and things like that. But I feel content. And I was just talking to one of my homies this weekend, and we were in our various tipsy, we was tipsy. Everybody was tipsy. Listen, if you followed me on Instagram, you saw my stories, you know what the state we were in, okay?
Frank!
Hey, honey! Hey!
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking! We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium!
Nothing wild though, nothing out of crazy, because I'm too old for that. I'm sorry. I can't do it no more. I'm old as shit. Okay. My voice actually might sound a little bit different compared to the other episodes because of what happened this weekend. So you might be able to tell, no, but this, so just going back to the whole, feeling, having the heart full, and to feel content. Is life perfect? No, it won't be, but, and you always want to strive for something better. And it's, you try to build on top of that. Cause everything in life is temporary, right? But, and I've told this to so many people before, the trick is to link the good moments one after the other and just keep going as long as possible. So yeah, we all might be struggling. Everybody's got their own struggles, and please, and I've obviously mentioned this before, don't compare your life to somebody else's. Just don't. It's just so stupid. I'm not talking about like other people's successes or anything like that, but when you are struggling, you are going through your own struggles. It's okay. Yes, other people less fortunate, obviously, people who are in war-torn countries dealing with that, but that's their situation, and you got your own situation. So there's no shame in that. It just means that you have better resources. You just have better resources to deal with these kind of things. And so just take advantage of that. But, your struggles are valid, man. You're going through that. How could you ever put yourself in a position, someone else's shoes, when you've never experienced it? That's not your fault. That's just life. You know what I mean? So, so with that said, I don't know where the hell I was going with that, but with that said, I'm just saying, right, life isn't perfect, right? We always want something better or whatever, and I can ask for that now as well, and I'm aiming for that. That's what that's what I'm always trying to work towards, right? But at the end of the day, and I've said this so many freaking times, something that I've always experienced. I've said it so many times, and I think I mentioned this in probably an episode or two ago. I can't remember, but I've always lived by this, and I've always believed this is, the most beautiful moments in life, to me, right? The most beautiful moments in life is around a table of great food and even better company. I've always believed that. And the beauty within that is that the most beautiful moments, right? It's plural. The most beautiful moments, it's not about reliving the situation, there could be like similar settings or whatever, but the day is different. The day is always different. The time is different. The company is different. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, family, friends, or family, or your close friends, whatever. It could be total strangers. You can have, just yesterday, right? I wanted to shoot this episode or record this episode yesterday, but I was just, it was late and we was all tipsy as fuck. So, so I figured, let me just do it on, on the day of, record it and publish it as soon as possible. But yeah, so I just wanted to like sort of reflect on that, because I met a total stranger last night, it's total stranger as in like, they were like mutual friends, and you get to know other people, right? So, and it was just a cool, fun time, man. It's just that statement, the most beautiful moments is around a table full of great food and even better company. You can be around like-minded folks, who sort of are on the same level, energy-wise, vibe-wise. You're vibing with this person. Doesn't mean that you might have met this person for the first time, or y'all's best friends. Don't matter. But that's the whole point, and that's the beauty of it, is that these are moments. You know what I mean? Like the most beautiful moments, and I get to live that over and over and over and over again. And I think in that simplicity, I think that's what keeps me sort of whole. And whether it's with my Cali fam, whether it's, with my BKK fam, or, my close friends that the friendships that I've developed over time in Dhaka and Bangladesh, and now over here, my BKK fams, for those who don't know, I became friends with them, very close friends with them, back in Bangladesh. And we just migrated over here. We just, what I'm saying? We just migrated to Bangkok. So this is where we dwell now. This is our hood. It's our hood. So, yeah, like I said, whether it's Cali fam or a BKK fam, don't matter. It's just they're very beautiful moments. And it's also something that I realized while I was hanging out with them, and actually, yeah, today. And for the longest time, I know I realized I was doing it, but I didn't know why. And this happens a lot, you know, whether it was on Friday night, you know, went to what was the Key Room? That's what the bar was called, right? Key Room 72, which was a dope bar. I've had the cocktails were good, but I've had better. I've had better cocktails, which were even more affordable, you know. I don't know if you guys, I mean, again, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen my stories, you know. During my birthday, we went to this bar, restaurant bar called Opium. And yes, I said it right, Opium. No, so basically this is, you know, and these, like, the coolest bars are like in Chinatown, straight up. And that's where I was yesterday, of course, last night. But, you know, during my birthday, you know, my friend Onik was, you know, he was just like, he knows me. He knows me damn well. So he knew what kind of bar I would want to go to after dinner, right? So we went to Opium, and Opium is basically, this entire building used to be an opium den, okay? They just, you know, flipped it to a positive, kept the name. I don't know what that's about, but no, it was cool, and the cocktails were dope, and the sort of like the setting, the atmosphere and all that was great, you know. But yeah, back to the Key Room, man. I'm sorry, I just went off on a tangent there. So back to the Key Room. Yeah, the vibe was dope. You know, the DJ was, he was playing the real hip hop, you know. But I mean, up until one point when more people were coming in, he had to sort of change. And I get that, you know, that's a job. But DJ was dope. I wish I got his name. I would have shared it. But he was playing the real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? From the 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. Good shit. So the vibe was dope, and like I said, again, you know, it was even better because of the company. You know, one of our very good friends. You know, he's on the next stage of his sort of evolution. You know, he's off to Deutschland. Yeah, he's going off to Germany. So you know, sort of like a send off kind of thing, and so that was, you know, it's bittersweet, right? It's bittersweet. I'm gonna miss him. We're all going to miss him, obviously. But, you know, we understand, especially at my age right now, dude. Like at 37, nothing surprises me. It's like I've seen and heard everything. I'm kind of desensitized, you know. I think, you know what I mean? Especially when you're not you don't come from a sheltered environment and you've seen so much of the world. And that's another thing that I'm like incredibly grateful for, to grow up in a developed country, and then spend my adult years in like a not so developed country. And so you compare that, and yeah, you just take the best bits out of it. It's a great, you know, that's life and experience. And I'm so grateful for that, again, like I'm saying, because when it comes to certain situations, like, for example, you see one of your good friends like going off to, you know, a different continent, you know what I mean? And, you know, to pursue his career and to, you know, the next stage of life. I'm so much more acceptant of that. And same thing with, you know, like, I don't really talk about this, and I'm not going to really talk about this, but I'm just like mentioning it. You know, when my mother passed away in 2015, yeah, it was tough. Obviously it was tough. It's tough for anybody to lose somebody who's close to you, right? Let alone a family member, right? So I think that had a lot to do with me accepting a lot of things, you know, although I've never had a problem of like, no, that's a lie. When it comes to relationships, it was, there was a couple of, you know, relationships where it took me a while, bro. It took me a while to get over, you know, but I think that's like growing pains, right? When you're younger, you don't know shit, you know, and you just try to be better, try to move on from it. And sorry, I had to get some of that little Lipton iced tea. It's very unhealthy. Kids don't drink that. But my mouth was parched. But yeah, so back to it, the whole letting go thing, right? Like I'm so I don't want to say desensitized, but, you know, just well prepared. How about that? Well prepared for those kind of situations. So it's bittersweet. It's sad, but you know, people move on. It's not like, oh, we're never going to see each other again, right? I think if you care about someone or love someone enough, you will do your best to see them, regardless of what continent they are in, right? That is if you have the resources, okay? Not everyone has that, you know, those type of conveniences, right? Not everyone has those kind of resources. So we make the best of what we can, you know, what we have, right? So yeah, we saw him off on Friday, man. We had a great time, laughed our asses off. Man, that's probably the best part.
You really are a funny guy!
Is the laughter, the uncontrollable, obnoxious, loud laughter. I don't know. I always feel like we're always the loudest ones. Because you know what? It's not like, no, I wouldn't say obnoxious. Sometimes, you know, I gotta be like, oh my God, I'm like shading myself, you know, like so people don't see like, oh my God, this is embarrassing, you know. But at the end of the day, it's just like, fuck it, man, you know. Unless the owners of the bar or restaurant or whatever come over and say, hey man, keep it down, then okay, we'll keep it. But like last night, man, we were the loudest motherfuckers there. We was loud as hell. And we didn't, because we were just having a great time. And but fortunately, I remember like, because like right next to us there was like a couple, I guess they were on a date or something. And so they just felt like we were just too fucking loud. You know what I mean? So they just went outside and took one of the tables outside. Our server was dope as shit. What was his name? It was an instrument, right? I forgot what his name was. It was the name of an instrument. Oh wow, my mind's going blank. Anyway, sorry, but he was dope, man. He was again like matching our energy. You know what I mean? Even though he was totally sober and, you know, working, it's just great to be in that type of environment where you can just be like, you know, fuck it. You know, fuck it. Let's just have a great time. Let's laugh. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was just a great feeling. You know, I love those type of situations. And so like I was saying, there's a certain thing that I realized that I do when I'm in these type of situations that I never realized before, and then it hit me last night, because my friends pick up on this, right? You know, I'm not the only observant one, so my friends pick up on this, and you know, they'll ask me like, "Dude, you okay? Like, is everything all right? Like, you good? You good?" And I'm just like, yeah, I'm cool. So what happens is, like, even though as much as I love, you know, being around a table with great food, even better company, I'm sitting there and I will zone out. I will just completely zone out. Just sit there and just zone out. And I realized I do that, but I didn't realize why I did that. And then it hit me last night, as I was chilling there, and you know, one of our friends was giving me compliments or whatever, and I zoned out. And then, you know, another friend of mine was saying, like, dude, like, Moody, what the hell? He's giving you a compliment and you just like zone out. You're like, you know, staring at something or whatever. And you know, when people say, like live in the moment, what they mean by that is like, just embrace it. Embrace the now. Don't dwell in the past. Don't worry about the future. Just embrace the now. And that's what I do, you know, in these type of gatherings or whatever. I will zone out because it's this weird like moment of gratefulness, reflection, and yeah, just that's me embracing the moment. I zone out because it's like I just feel so incredibly grateful. And then I'm also conflicted with the whole thing. Like I've mentioned this before, where I'm just like sitting there like thinking to myself, do I deserve this? Should I be having fun? I don't know if I deserve this. And I do this every goddamn time. I don't know. I struggle with it, you know. Still now I struggle with it. I really don't know how to like sort of navigate through that or sort of get rid of that guilt. And you know, like I said, I've mentioned this, I think, in the first episode, right? About like doing the podcast thing and, finding a way to sort of have a creative outlet that I needed it so much. And yeah, so I always feel guilty for some reason. There's always this like small hint of guilt when it comes to that. I'll just sit there. I'm like, man, should I be doing this? Everyone's just having fun. We're having a great time. We're joking. We're being stupid. Just enjoying life right in that moment. And I'll just like zone out. I'm like, damn, I feel incredibly blessed, but I don't know, man. Do I deserve this? I don't know. Sometimes, and everyone's career is going great. Everyone's moving up, going forward, and I'm just trying to ride on that wave, that positive wave. It's just such beautiful moments and such beautiful experiences that's been happening lately. And I'm just I don't know. I have a great feeling about this year. I don't know. I mean, you know me, I'm like the peace, positivity and love dude, so, so I don't know, maybe that's just that's who I am. I'm optimistic about certain things. And so, yeah, this year seems like a good year. Only way to, and I've already had a couple of rough times this year, and March is not even over. We're just walking into April. You know what I mean? So I've already had like a couple of challenges, struggles, when it comes to work and stuff like that. But I keep grinding. I look forward to these weekends where I'm around people that I love and I care about and have a great time with, act stupid with, So it's just a great time, man. Great weekend, man. These past couple of weekends, I think I definitely needed to go out and about and not feel guilty. And I think that's the number one thing for me right now is a challenge of not feeling guilty. I need to quit, man. I need to stop. I don't know, maybe because that's how I was raised. I don't know. I've never been like the type of to show off or whatever. I mean, obviously, we a little, I'm a little narcissistic. I mean, let's face it. I think we all, to a certain extent, not all, let me say, a lot of people are, right? So most people are, right? I mean, you on Instagram, you sharing shit, so, so it might be a little bit of, narcissism there, but, yeah, man, I'm incredibly blessed. Again, the past couple of weekends, this weekend was off the hook. It was just dope. Going back to going to Chinatown, bomb ass street food, man. It's Bangkok, bro. Man, I'm telling y'all got to come to Bangkok, okay? Listen, okay. It doesn't even have to be Bangkok. Just come to Thailand, all right? Just come to Thailand, have yourselves a ball, and be responsible. Don't be stupid. A lot of y'all tourists would be done doing some stupid shit. Y'all need to stop that dumb shit. Man. Anyways, I can give you a list, but that's probably going for another episode. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of like a review of what's been going on, and something that you guys have probably already seen on Instagram. My stories and posts and all that stuff. And know that I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I've had a couple of people that I sort of that I hadn't met after quite some time, quite a while. And, they've asked me, yo, man, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How's life and all this stuff? And I usually don't get asked that question because I think people already assume, they'll like, whether it's on social media or whatever, and they'll see like, oh, Moody's doing good. He's doing great. I don't really, I mean, who really does? No, actually, you know what? There's a good percentage of people who actually I've actually done research on this for one of my papers, but a lot of people go on social media. They look for therapy, right? They like to air out their issues and stuff like that. So they look for answers. They look for validations, and that's life now, I guess. But I don't do that. I'm just trying to like spread the positivity and somehow be entertaining, and continue to connect with a lot of people, and I've had that so many times, man. I've had people even with this podcast, right? Like people have messaged and like I've mentioned before, and people have messaged like, dude, thanks for doing this. You're amazing. It's great to see you back. It's great to see you back on, doing your video thing and all that stuff. And I don't know how many of you are actually like listening to the podcast, like listening, whether it's on Spotify or Apple Podcast. But a lot of you are also just, looking forward to the videos, which is cool. I don't know. I mean, that's great. I love it. I love the support, of course. I appreciate the support, of course. But, yeah, I mean, it's just not as like, may not be as lively as my other videos, like, from the past back in the day where it was like I was like doing a sketch or doing something funny, telling a funny story, whatever, entertaining story. And, there's a lot of, different types of like spliced footage and images and stuff like that, which I'm doing with this podcast. But I appreciate y'all. I really do, especially when it comes to the video and stuff. But again, I'm just doing this for myself, but the bonus is that you guys have been so supportive and fantastic with this whole process. And I do want this to get big. I really do, because interaction, right? And I know, because so many times where I feel like there are times like around breakfast before I start work and all that stuff, dude, I'm listening to a podcast, or I'm watching a podcast, while I'm having my coffee and my croissant, so, and the podcast helps, man. While whether you're listening to this while you're working, or even if you have my video on, or whose ever video or podcast on in the background, that's what people do. They just want to have that sort of feel like this sense of like you're part of this somebody's conversation, and you might be able to relate to it, whatever, or might disagree or whatever, and that's a cool thing. And whether it's a sort of like a not just a creative outlet for me, but also sort of like therapy for me, that's a different thing as well. It's a different element to the whole thing. So, appreciate it. So yeah, man, that's, I just want to review review the past couple of weekends. It was great. But what's been going on now, man? March is almost over. God damn. It's the 27th right now while I'm recording this. So the 27th of March. And, 3 months just, flew by really quick. We're getting into April, and I hope the coming months are going to be even more positive news and great news, hopefully. Putting it out there for us to manifest into just put that out in the universe and manifest. And I hope you guys are doing well too. Like you guys are progressing well, hopefully. But yeah, it's March Madness, college basketball is one of my favorites, and sorry, I just saw a notification. Yeah, sorry y'all. I had to dip out real quick and then come back. What is it like? I was just mentioning to y'all earlier in this episode about how this year is just, I just have a really good feeling about this year because really good things have been happening this year. Like it's start of the year, and I know like there's so many crazy things that are going on around the world, obviously with like wars and other crazy ass events. But man, I'm not gonna lie about like the people in my life who just great things are happening. Like, so while I'm like talking right now, right, I'm just getting another notification, on my, get an iMessage, and something that's happened on this podcast, maybe I think it was episode 3, I don't remember, but anyways, so even, I mean, just more great effing news from people I love, people who are very close to me in my life, man. Everyone's getting like, there's people getting new jobs, people getting a promotion, and, career wise, and then, personal life wise as well. Like, my little sis, Amina, of course, she got engaged in Paris. Remember, y'all, I talked about that as well. And I just keep getting great news, man. Great news. And, next month, actually in less than 2 weeks, I'm going to be hanging out with, another very good friend of mine. I haven't seen her in a very long time. So she's coming down from Europe, she's visiting Thailand. So I'm gonna be seeing them. It's like so much positive, like so much love, man. Let's just put it that way. I'm getting so much love vibes right now from the people that I care about and love. And oh man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to talk like other stuff, but this just came up, and I'm just so happy. Like, man, everyone is just doing good. It's just doing good. And I was just talking about how this year just feels so good. There's something about this year that's like strangely weird. Like around me, of course, you know. Like I said, there's a lot of very unfortunate people around the world, but you kind of look towards these kind of situations and you feel incredibly grateful. You feel blessed because we want to hold on to these it could be insignificant, right? Compared to the grander scheme of things, but these little moments are just those, like I said, those one of those beautiful moments, you know, and you have to sort of string them together one after the other to just keep things going and just to be, just to bring some kind of positivity, dude. Like, you can't be depressed all fucking day long, right? And man, I was just floored, dude. This is crazy. Great freaking news, man. So much love, y'all. So much goddamn love right now. For my family, man. You know, all the way from Cali to here, here in Thailand, so many good things happening, people. And not just in Cali, I got great news from a very, very, very close friend of mine who lives in the UK, and she got great things going on. And oh my God, yo, I'm blessed, man. I love this episode. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I wanted to talk about other things. Like, I wanted to talk about, different, I was just talking about March Madness, like basketball that's going on right now, which, I love college basketball and college sports, period. And, we're almost into the Final Four fixtures. So, like I wanted to talk about those kind of things. I wanted to talk about, Top Boy on Netflix and Peaky Blinders, which I haven't seen the latest season. I'm actually just savoring up for it. So but then, I just got sidetracked with like great news. It was great. So this episode has been about like, man, fucking, it's about love, bro. It's about love. And I'm just so full. I feel so good and full, man. Like, so much love, and none of this shit is happening to me, so it's happening to other folks. And folks I love and I care about so goddamn much. So to see my friends excel in their, whether it's career, to see, family doing well, incredibly well, and moving on and achieving so much more in their lives in the world. I'm be honest with y'all. I thrive in these type of moments, in the sense that, is that the word? I feed off that type of energy, and that makes me feel great about life, because then that makes me feel like, yo, I want to ride on this positivity wave. Why not? Why not ride on these positivity waves? Why not, expect something? No, I wouldn't say expect. Why not sort of look at the day a bit more optimistic? Even, we got to take it one day at a time, obviously. But at the end of the day, it's about, it's about how you take it. It's about how you embrace the day ahead of you. You can have, like I said before, and everybody knows this is nothing new. We all have our own struggles and things we got to deal with. And but we want to make good things out of it. We want positive outcomes. We want better outcomes. And so yeah, I'm just trying to ride on that wave, man. And so far it's been great. I see nothing but good things, bruh. I feel like shouting. I don't want to shout, but oh man. Oh wow. I'm stupid excited right now. I'm excited to share this episode with y'all because, I usually record ahead of time and then, comes out. But I'm so glad I did this episode. I'm recording this today. I'm so glad I delayed it a little bit. It's gonna be out anyway. But yeah, I'm just overly excited. Overly excited. And I'm glad that I recorded this today and you guys are hearing this, because this is it's nothing but positivity right now. And I hope you guys are feeding off this energy too, man. If you've made it this far to the episode, you know, we're about to, like, we're winding it down now, but or I'm winding it down. No one's here, just me. It's self-produced, you know. If you made it this far, so you know, I hope you're listening to these words, and I'm telling you, yo, man, we all got fucking struggles, dude. We all got struggles. We got difficulties and challenges. You are your own person. You are in your own shoes. No one else is in your shoes. You are in it. Walk it. Walk it, run it, jog it, whatever you got to do, but make progress. Go forward, you know? And I hope that you guys, you know, have that sort of similar approach to me, where if I'm struggling, man, I'm looking at my, you know, the close people in my life, you know, whether they are, you know, in a different continent, whether they are in a different time zone or in the same time zone, you know, everyone's progressing, and so many good things are happening to them and for them, and I'm happy for them. So, damn. Yeah, man. I want to do so many shout outs, but there's so many names that I have to, like, dedicate to, because it's just, you know, good things have happened to them. Like, literally in the beginning of this year, like, it's only been it's only been about 3 months, right? We're only 3 months into the year, bro. You know, we're still certain places we're still, you know, dealing with, like, you know, the pandemic and all that bullshit, and of course wars and all that stuff, like I mentioned. But yeah, man, just take the little victories, man. And I hope you guys, you know, take that to heart, to take these little victories and build upon it, and make it work. You know, good things gonna happen. I'm hoping you guys, or whoever's listening to this, you know, I hope good things happen to y'all. I feel like it's a great year. It's gonna be a good year it's already a good year for a lot of people. And I hope somehow feeding off that energy, you know, it comes into my life as well. And, you know, better things come into my life, hopefully, you know. There's no expectations. There's no hope, or, you know, I'm not hoping on anything like that. But, you know, so far so good. So, you know, people close to my life, you know, man, I'm just so happy for them. Anyways, guys, I I really wanted to talk about so many other things, but and this would be perfect for like an hour podcast, but I don't want to mess up the flow. I don't want to mess up the structure. You know, I think consistency is key to this. So, with that said, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll touch on the topics that I want to talk about today, in the next episode, you know, whether it's, you know, TV shows that I've been watching, or, you know, Netflix or HBO, or, what else? Amazon, well, you know, Amazon, you know, the Halo series is coming out, I think, at the end of the month, right? So, I don't know. Halo series is getting mixed reviews. Not really sure about that, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah, man, I really want to talk about. I wanted to talk about Top Boy. You feel? I wanted to talk about Top Boy, man, and just, you know, because I've been a fan of that show, Top Boy Summer House. You know, the original, you know, limited series. And everyone was bummed out, you know, because it was like, oh man, this is it. This is all we get. We just one season. And then fortunately, Drake and Netflix came along and swooped it up, and now, you know, now it's on Netflix. Now it's just globally seen, you know. So if you guys get the chance to watch Top Boy, please do. It's a great show, great series, fantastic, very real. You feel very real. So check that out. But yeah, apart from that, what else, man? I'm just thinking, I'm just so overwhelmed right now with joy. And damn, I'm happy, guys. I'm sorry. I'm like genuinely happy. I'm very blessed, very grateful to everybody, not just, you know, my fam, my Cali fam, or, you know, my Bangkok fam. Love everybody, for real. Incredibly blessed. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the conclusion of this episode 5 of the House of Moody Vintage podcast. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of this joyful moment. Drunken nights and joyful moments and uncontrollable laughter. And I wish that for everyone else. I really do. And many more to come. Many more to come. All right, y'all. I'm out. I want to talk so much more, but yeah, I think that will do today. I think it's appropriate. What do y'all think? Okay. I'll see you guys next week. All right. Y'all have a great one. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves, please. And yeah, take a breather from time to time, and then get back in the grind, and then take another breather and relax and chill and treat yourself. Don't feel guilty like I do, because, you know, I'm a dummy. So anyways, and now I'm just like blabbering. See y'all next time. I'm out. Peace.